This podcast is for informational purposes only and does not constitute financial advice. Consult with a qualified professional before making any investment decisions.
Welcome to The Wire, Agent Edition, the week in real estate presented in digestible bites. Hold on while our AI hosts take us on another ride through this week's top real estate headlines.
Welcome back to The Wire, everyone. You know we do a deep dive every week, right? Into like all the latest industry news and trends. And this week we're going to be focusing on like how to totally win in 2025.
I like that.
Yeah, right. So we've got articles from all over Realtor Magazine, Inman, Housing Wire, Eyes Media.
Nice.
And you know what's so funny?
What?
There's a lot of overlap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's really fascinating how these sources, despite like coming from different perspectives, they're all pointing to like these really similar challenges and opportunities.
Yeah.
It's like we're witnessing like a collective industry shift.
Exactly. And it's not just surviving the market. It's like how to thrive in it.
Yeah.
One thing that just like jumps out at me from like all of these articles is this huge focus on lead generation.
It makes sense, right? I mean, especially in a competitive market, generating leads is like the fuel.
Yes.
The fuel that keeps your business running. And what's interesting is the emphasis on like both traditional and those more out-of-the-box strategies.
Yeah. Oh, totally. Like Realtor Magazine had this amazing story about this agent, Lori Gillot. She's been running online giveaways since like 2018.
Wow.
Things like, Yeti Coolers, VIP event tickets.
It's really clever because, I mean, who doesn't love winning something right? But she's actually structured these contests in a way to collect information about her audience's needs, get those newsletter signups, and even registrations for her educational classes.
And the results are wild. Her Mother's Day giveaway led to like 8 appointments, 5 showings,
Wow.
a listed and sold property, and over 100 new leads.
That's remarkable. It proves that like those more creative lead generation tactics really work.
Speaking of creative, Housing Wire is highlighting this trend of using content like video to attract clients. This agent in South Carolina, Will Sawyer, he made over $600,000 in gross commission income last year just from YouTube.
It's amazing. It just speaks to the power of video in today's world, right? Like you're helping people with one of their biggest financial decisions. They want to see you, hear your expertise, and feel like they can trust you. Video just achieves that in a way that static content just can't.
And he's like laser focused on relocation buyers, especially like retirees and empty nesters. He creates all these videos about like moving to his area, even addressing like why people relocate from like those super expensive areas to more affordable ones.
It's smart. By targeting a specific niche, he's positioning himself as the expert for those people.
Totally.
He's providing that valuable, targeted information that resonates with them.
So smart. And Housing Wire also emphasizes going hyper-local with your content too.
Oh, absolutely. Like you want to become the ultimate resource for your area, right? Like, all those little hidden gems, the best local businesses, the nuances of each neighborhood better than anyone else. Share that.
I love that. So become the neighborhood insider, the one that everyone turns to. But Inman has like a little word of caution against getting lost in social media.
Oh, yeah. Mindless scrolling won't help anyone. Like top agents use social media strategically. They analyze what works, see what their audience responds to, and then tailor their content. It's about being intentional.
So true. You control your social media, not the other way around.
Exactly. It's a tool for growing your business, not a distraction.
Okay, so let's switch gears a little bit. Another big theme that we saw across all the articles is the importance of client relationships.
Yes.
Realtor Magazine talked about creating these like raving fans.
Yes, cultivating those truly loyal clients who become advocates for you. And Housing Wire links this to the sphere of influence marketing strategy.
Which is where that consistent appreciation and the thoughtful gestures come in.
Precisely. You're building those lasting relationships, not just closing transactions.
Right.
And those relationships, they lead to repeat business and referrals.
Yeah, Realtor Magazine featured this agent, Danny Barron, who like takes client appreciation to a whole other level. He hosts these massive events, like inviting 3,000 people to a baseball game.
Wow, talk about making an impression.
I know.
It creates that sense of community and reinforces how much he values his clients.
And it totally works. He's got like 100 loyal repeat clients from his very first event 6 years ago.
That's amazing. It's the power of exceeding expectations. You're creating an experience that people remember and appreciate.
Okay, so we've got lead generation client relationships, and then there's this whole idea of like standing out in a competitive market.
Yeah.
Rise Media had this really cool article comparing real estate roles to baseball positions.
But it's a brilliant analogy.
I thought so too.
It highlights how different skills contribute to a team's success, right?
Yeah.
You've got your power hitters, your strategic players, your consistent performers. Everyone has a role.
Just like in baseball, it's all about like understanding your strengths.
Right, and it's about honing your unique skills and finding those clients who value them. It's not about trying to be everything to everyone.
Totally. Mars Media also featured Daryl Davis, and he emphasized building confidence, especially when you're talking about commissions.
That is so crucial. When you truly believe in your value, it shows. You can confidently articulate your expertise, set those expectations, and attract the right clients who respect your worth.
I love that, like owning your value, not apologizing for it.
Exactly. That confidence impacts your negotiations, handling objections, and ultimately your success.
And you know what? This is where it gets kind of interesting for me. That Inside Baseball article from Rise Media really made me think about like my own team. It's like, we've got our closers, our lead generators, our organizers. It takes all those different skills to really function.
Absolutely. And it highlights the need for like a diverse team with those complementary strengths. And the leader, like the shortstop, ensures that everyone's supported and working together effectively.
Totally. It's about recognizing that every role is so important and building a team where everyone thrives.
That's how you create that culture of success. Like
Yeah.
you're not just individuals, you're a team with that shared goal.
Yeah. Let's dive into like content strategy and marketing, because those seem to be really hot topics.
Yeah.
Rise Media has some great advice on like repurposing content.
It's such a smart strategy, especially like, with these shrinking attention spans.
Right.
It helps you get the most mileage out of your content
Yeah.
by like making it work across different platforms.
Right. They give the example of turning like a blog post into infographics.
Yes.
Short videos for like Instagram and TikTok, and then like the longer ones for YouTube.
Exactly. You adapt the format to the platform and meet your audience where they are.
Right.
Some people love visuals, some prefer videos, others want like a detailed article.
It's about being multifaceted.
Right. You're creating that content ecosystem. You're not putting all your eggs in one basket.
Housing Wire digs into like writing compelling listing descriptions.
Yeah.
And they highlight something really important that I think like sometimes we forget.
What's that?
Appealing to buyers' emotions.
Oh, yeah.
Sure, facts matter, but like buyers, they want to imagine themselves living there, feeling the vibe, experiencing the lifestyle.
It's so true. Buying a home is an emotional decision. It's about connecting with a place, picturing the possibilities, getting excited about the future.
Totally. They share tips from this agent in Massachusetts, Ashley Harwood, who is amazing at showcasing like unique features, even in those like fixer-uppers. So like instead of saying small yard, she might say low maintenance outdoor space.
Oh, I like that.
Right. Focusing on the positive.
It's brilliant. It's reframing the narrative and highlighting the benefits, even in those less than perfect properties.
And she uses such vivid language. So instead of just saying back deck, she would say like, enjoy warm summer nights on your back deck.
It creates a story, a sense of place. It's like inviting those buyers into that vision.
Housing Wire also reminds us about legal considerations in marketing.
Oh, yes. It's so easy to get caught up in that creative side, but you have to be mindful of those fair housing laws and avoid any discriminatory language.
They give examples of words to avoid like walking distance or safe neighborhood. It's about being accurate, objective, legally sound.
Absolutely. Your marketing should be compelling, but it also has to be compliant.
Okay, so we've covered lead generation, client relationships, standing out, content strategy, and marketing.
Right.
But there's still so much more to discuss.
Yeah, I know.
Should we like take a breath?
Let's take a breath and process all of this. I think it's important to absorb these insights and think about how they apply to like your business.
You're right. I mean, it's a lot of information.
Yeah.
And you really need to figure out what resonates with you the most.
And remember, it's not about doing everything. It's about choosing those strategies that align with your strength and executing them confidently.
Exactly. Building your personalized roadmap for success.
So let's move on to understanding the modern home buyer. NAR has an article on financing that's just packed with insights.
Yeah.
And some of these stats are surprising.
Oh, absolutely. For instance, only 31% of buyers actually turn to agents for information about the process.
Right. Friends and family actually rank higher, followed by online resources.
Wow. So are agents becoming like less relevant?
Not necessarily, but we have to adapt to how people consume information these days.
Yeah.
Today's buyers are well informed, they do their research online, talk to their networks, and they often form opinions before even contacting an agent.
So how do we position ourselves as those trusted advisors in this new landscape?
Be proactive, provide upfront value, and establish your expertise online.
Okay.
If buyers are already turning to articles and blogs, why not be the one creating that content?
Become the go-to source for insightful educational content.
Exactly, and don't underestimate social media. It's not just about those pretty pictures. It's about valuable information engagement, building relationships.
Which ties back to building those raving fans.
Yeah.
It all starts with providing value and becoming that trusted resource.
Precisely, you want to be top of mind when they're ready to buy or sell, not just another name that pops up on a Google search.
So it's not just lead generation. It's like building that foundation of trust and expertise that makes people actually want to work with you.
Exactly. Be more than an agent. Be a guide advisor and problem solver.
Realtor Magazine featured these Guess the List Price contests.
Oh, fun.
It's a fun way to engage people.
Absolutely. Contests and giveaways generate buzz capture leads and boost social media.
Jerry Pierce, an agent in Utah, posts an interior photo and asks his followers to guess the list price.
Ooh, cool.
The closest guess wins a prize, and he's getting thousands of views, tons of comments.
It taps into curiosity and competition, right? It gets people thinking about real estate in a fun, engaging way.
And it subtly showcases your market knowledge as the expert who knows property values.
Subtle marketing at its best.
This agent, Gina Montalvo, uses contests on Facebook, asking people to comment, like, and share for a chance to win a gift card.
Oh yeah, leveraging the algorithm to reach a wider audience.
And it keeps his name in front of people. Even if they don't win, they've interacted with his brand and they're more likely to remember him.
Those little touch points build familiarity and trust over time.
Now for something more out of the box. Housing Wire suggests attracting sellers through unique partnerships.
Oh, that's interesting, thinking outside that traditional real estate box.
One suggestion is partnering with divorce attorneys and estate planners.
Makes sense. Those situations often involve selling property, and they need an agent who really understands the complexities.
It might seem a little sensitive, but if you approach it with empathy and a desire to help, it's a win-win.
Yeah, you're providing support during a difficult time and positioning yourself as the expert for their specific needs.
Another idea is targeting Airbnb and short-term rental owners.
Smart. They're already familiar with real estate and often want to expand their portfolios.
Housing Wire even suggests using those platforms to find top-rated hosts with multiple properties and reaching out with personalized recommendations.
A targeted approach that could yield some really high-quality leads.
And if your license allows offer property management services, it's like adding another revenue stream.
It's about leveraging those existing connections and providing those value-added services.
One more out-of-the-box strategy. Housing Wire suggests a just-listed strategy. Neighbors are always curious when a house goes up for sale, so that you can capitalize on that.
Tap into the power of proximity. People are naturally interested in what's happening in their surroundings.
And maybe a neighbor's been thinking about selling, but they just needed that little nudge.
Exactly. It's about being present, proactive, and that go-to resource for their real estate needs.
So unique partnerships, hyper-local strategies, it's about being creative and adaptable in how you reach potential clients.
Absolutely. Traditional methods still work, but thinking outside the box can really help you stand out and thrive.
Let's talk about building an investment client base. Housing Wire really emphasizes the long-term potential of working with investors.
Oh yeah, it's a smart strategy. Investors are often repeat clients. Once you build that strong relationship and demonstrate your expertise, they're likely to return for future deals.
They suggest positioning yourself as that market expert who understands their specific needs.
It goes beyond just finding properties. You need to be able to analyze cash flow, understand ROI, and help them make those really informed investment decisions.
They also recommend learning about different financing options like hard money loans and private lending.
Crucial investors need access to creative financing, and you want to be their guide in navigating those waters.
And they highlight the growing popularity of turnkey rental properties.
Great for those hands-off investors. They're already renovated, ready to rent, making them a really low-hassle investment.
Housing Wire even suggests a rental property readinesses quiz
Oh, interesting.
to help potential investors assess their goals and determine if this type of investment is right for them.
It's a lead generation tool that provides upfront value and establishes your expertise in that rental market.
So working with investors, it's about understanding their financial goals, providing specialized knowledge, and building those long-term relationships.
Exactly. It's a different approach than working with traditional buyers and sellers, but it can be incredibly rewarding.
Okay, before we wrap up, I kind of want to circle back to technology
Yeah.
because it's like everywhere in these articles.
Yeah. It is right. You can't talk about the future of real estate without acknowledging the impact of technology.
There are so many examples of agents using technology to like streamline workflows, boost their marketing, and connect with clients in like all these new and innovative ways.
From social media and virtual tours to like CRM systems, technology is changing the game.
And it's not just about having like the newest, shiniest tools. It's about using them effectively to achieve your goals.
Absolutely. Be tech savvy, but don't lose sight of like the human element of real estate.
Housing Wire talks about the comeback of QR codes.
Yeah, I know they're back.
They are.
And they're incredibly versatile.
So versatile.
You can share property details, link to virtual tours, capture leads at open houses. Like, the possibilities are kind of endless.
And they're so easy to use, right? You create the code print, people scan it with their phones.
Yeah, it bridges that gap between the physical and digital world.
They also emphasize choosing the right CRM system.
A good CRM is like your digital brain, right? It manages your contacts, tracks your interactions, and automates all that follow-up.
Saves so much time.
So much time.
They recommend Market Leader CRM, which integrates with your website to like capture and nurture leads.
It's the beauty of technology. It frees up your time so you can focus on what matters most, building those relationships and closing deals.
Speaking of relationships, let's talk about networking and community involvement.
Yes. The tried and true methods.
Housing Wire has some fun ideas for like targeting specific demographics like pet parents.
I love that, finding your niche and tailoring your marketing.
They suggest hosting like a yappy hour at a pet-friendly brewery or creating like a best homes for pet owners market report.
Those are great ways to connect with pet owners and showcase your knowledge of like those pet-friendly properties.
And they also recommend like attending dog meetups with your furry friend.
Yeah, casual, organic networking. That feels genuine.
And it's subtly positioning yourself as the pet-loving agent, which is a big selling point for animal lovers.
It's all about finding that common ground, building rapport.
Housing Wire also suggests turning open houses into these like VIP events.
Ooh, elevating the experience, making it feel exclusive.
Partner with a local lender. Invite business owners, influencers, past clients.
Yeah, create buzz, generate leads, and foster that sense of community.
And add like cocktails, appetizers, or even live music.
Create an atmosphere where people actually want to linger and imagine themselves living there.
This could work especially well for like luxury listings, which often attract fewer buyers.
Right. Tailoring your marketing to that target audience and creating an experience that actually matches their expectations.
Okay, one last thing. We've talked about like attracting clients, but what about retaining them?
Oh, that is crucial for a sustainable business. It's not just about those new clients. It's about keeping the ones you have happy and engaged.
Realtor Magazine's piece on nurturing those raving fans ties into this perfectly.
Yes, it's about going above and beyond to create a client experience that fosters loyalty and turns them into advocates.
They suggest creating like a raving fan gift box system like Seychelles Van Pool does in Dallas.
I love that, a tangible way to show appreciation and stay top of mind.
She fills them with like local goodies so it adds that personal touch and supports her community.
A win-win, showing clients you care and promoting local businesses.
She includes like a branded card reminding them that referrals lead to more gifts, so it subtly encourages that word-of-mouth marketing.
A clever, non-pushy nudge.
And she includes like a market update for those who are looking to relocate, so it's staying connected, providing valuable information.
It's about staying in touch, being a resource, nurturing those relationships, even after the transaction is done.
So client retention is about lasting connections, going the extra mile, and creating an experience worth sharing.
Exactly, turning clients into fans and fans into advocates.
That's how you build a business that thrives on referrals and repeat business.
Absolutely, it's that cycle of success.
Wow, we covered so much today. Lead generation, client relationships, technology. The real estate landscape is like evolving so quickly.
It is, and the agents who are adapting and innovating, they will be the ones who thrive.
So let's kind of distill this down into some key takeaways. What would you say are like the three biggest themes?
Okay, first, multifaceted lead generation is essential. You need that creativity strategy and being where your audience is.
Diversify your approach and find what works for you and your market.
Second, nurturing client relationships is absolutely crucial in a world of information overload. People crave that connection, trust, and personalized service.
Be more than an agent. Be a trusted advisor and a champion for your clients.
And third, embrace technology. It's an opportunity, not a threat.
Use technology to streamline your workflows, enhance your marketing, and connect with clients in meaningful ways.
What surprised you the most today?
Honestly, that NAR statistic about only 31% of buyers relying on agents for information, it's like we need to proactively establish our expertise online and provide that upfront value.
I agree, it really highlights the changing information landscape and how crucial it is to adapt.
So what's the one actionable takeaway for our listeners?
I would say consider your strengths, your unique value, and how you can apply these insights to create your own personalized strategy. What will you do to stand out in this evolving market?
That's a great question to ponder. Find your own path and blaze a trail.
The real estate industry is full of opportunities for those who are willing to innovate, adapt, and build those connections.
Well, that wraps up this week's deep dive. We hope you found it insightful. Until next time, keep learning, growing, and crushing it.
Remember, the future of real estate is in your hands. Make it a bright one.
If you're interested in your own personalized edition of The Wire, please visit us at thewire.fm/custom. We offer market-specific podcasts with all the latest real estate news and market analysis delivered to you weekly or monthly. Own your market with a personalized edition of The Wire, The Week in Real Estate. Thank you for listening.